We are once again diving into the book of Psalms. At times, we just need some refreshment and a change. Psalms expresses man's praise to God for who he is and what he does. The book also expresses man's need of God in times of trials and the confidence that God will help. This week, we are reading chapters 34 through 38, along with the corresponding devotions written by Jeannie and Tanya. The 34th Psalm is David's personal testimony of what God did for him. God promises great blessings to his people, but many of these blessings require our active participation. He will deliver us from fear. Verse 4. Save us out of our troubles. Verse 6. Guard and deliver us. In 7. Show us goodness. Verse 8. Supply our needs. In 9. Listen when we talk to him. Verse 15. And redeem us. In verse 22. But we must do our part. David was saying that to have God is to have all you really need. God is enough. A cursing psalm is one that calls upon God to deal with enemies, which is found in the 35th chapter. David needed deliverance from two different enemies, those who attack you and those who accuse you. When your deliverance seems delayed, don't let the absence of an immediate answer cause you to doubt or resent God. Instead, let it be an occasion to deepen your faith. He does hear our cries. Psalm 36 has a definite contrast. The beginning of the chapter, verses 1 through 4, shows God's wickedness as the sinner flatters himself while he gets away with sin. While verses 5 through 7 shows God's faithfulness. We can find protection and safety, for God does what is right. And the closing gives us a sense of fresh, cleansing water that gives life to the spiritual thirsty. Wisdom is individually shared in the 37th chapter. The person had battled with evil men and knew the frustration of seeing the wicked prosper and the righteous suffer. He gave the following wise counsel. 1. Trust in the Lord. 2. Delight in the Lord. 3. Commit your way to the Lord. 4. Rest in the Lord. And finally, 5. Wait on the Lord. The final psalm is one of confession, and David cried to God, asking him not to punish him while he was angry. When you sin, it reveals the following things. Number 1, what God does. He is displeased with you. 2, what sin does. It enslaves you. 3, what people do. It builds a wall between you and those who want to help. And 4, what the sinner must do. Cry out to God for mercy. God promises to forgive, and so claim his promise. Thank you, Jesus. We will continue with another 5 chapters next week in the book of Psalms, so please check in because Biblical Shakers makes reading the Bible way more enjoyable for you. I pray the Lord will put a hunger on your heart.